All right, Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well, and sincere salutations to all the Akim out there pushing his truth and sincerity to wake up the hopeful elect. Shalom, this is Brother Manatazak coming back with another video. All right, Abaratazak, it be edifying to you, Akim, what Akwaf out there that are listening. All right, so it's this article that was posted on RT, and it says, Europe should brace for a reality in which U.S. is no longer a world power. All right, and you know that's spiritual because, all right, the U.S. is no longer finna be a world power when Yahweh Shah come back. All right, it's finna be the nation of Israel, man. All right, because when Yahweh shall come back, all right, and establish the kingdom of Israel in righteousness, man, we're gonna be that world superpower. All right, we're gonna be the rulers, all right, of this earth, man. So these and all right, all these other Edomites are gonna be in slavery, man. All right, the Ammonites, all right, Moabites, the Hamites, and so forth, man. All right, but really, all right, right now, all right. The U.S. is going down economically. All right, so they're not, all right, really, all right, in effect for an economic war, man. And we see China and Russia, all right, are pretty much in the head, all right, ahead of the game, all right, with the economics. All right, but all right, as we see, and we're in the times where, all right, Babylon the Great is going down, all right, the hammer of the earth, all right, is going down, man. All right, so let me get that precept. All right, let me see. Hammer of the earth. All right, so this is Jeremiah 15:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? All right, so Yahweh is causing all right, these Edomites to lose that title, man. All right, that name, the hammer of the earth. All right, now they're becoming weak, all right, as these other nations, or not, or if not, even weaker, man. All right, so Yahweh, all right, is taking away, all right, that power, that grip that U.S. had over these other nations, all right, by the way of causing their economic collapse, all right, that dollar, all right, collapsing, all right, and ultimately, are these devils proud? These devils' pride, all right, is going to cause them to err, man. It's going to cause them to fall even more. All right, so let me get this real quick. Isaiah 14, and I believe it's in this chapter. Let's see, I think it's verse 10. All right, so this is Isaiah 14:10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? All right, so that, as Apostle Hart say, man, that great equalizer, all right, is them ICBM missiles, man. All right, and once you got those, all right, then you can stand against the U.S., man, because that's what the main thing, though, that was the main thing that had, all right, Babylon the Great, which is America, all right, head of the nations, man, was having them ICBM missiles, all right, where they bombed Hiroshima, all right, and I believe it was Nagasaki, all right, and they bombed them, man, and they made other nations afraid, man, all right, causing Babylon to get that name, the hammer of the earth, all right, because they had that power, but now, all right, they're becoming weak, man. Every nation, all right, is having that building up, all right, them ICBM missiles. If not, they already have them. All right, because you see China, man, they already, all right, aren't scared to go to war with the U.S. All right, Russia either. All right, then you got Iran, of course. All right, they're coming for Trump. All right, saying they want him. All right, they got a arrest warrant out for him now. All right, even if he don't win the election or become president, they still want him, man. All right, so Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, is removing, all right, that power, all right, that these Edomites had over these nations, man. All right, so this is Isaiah 14:11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, The worm is spread out under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut to the ground, which did weaken the nations? All right. So they power, all right, is gone. It's deteriorating by the day. All right. Economically, Babylon, America is through, man. All right. Due to this COVID-19 due to this COVID-19, all right, America is through, man. And Apostle Hart went over a video talking about the world, America's debt. All right. So what, 26 trillion? All right. So they laden with thick clay, man. And Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, all right, they're being laden with thick clay, man. All right, now, all right, a lot of these nations are, again, are really tired, all right, of Babylon's crap, man. All right, they're done putting up. So now, all right, they're saying that economically, all right, Babylon is through, man. All right, you can see, all right, how now you see these protests going on around Babylon, all right, in America, which has never really happened for real, man. All right, because everybody looked at Babylon like, yeah, they got everything under control. All right, you ain't seeing as many riots as over these third world countries. All right, you don't see any bombings like that. All right, but now, all right, you're seeing a lot of that, man. Well, not the bombers, but you're seeing how these people are you seeing uproars of the people. All right, mentioned in 2nd Ezra 9, the 9th chapter. All right, so Babylon the Great, man, is through. All right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right, it's taking away their power, man. And since these other nations, all right, aren't making any money no more, all right, they're turning back to their countries, man. They're fleeing to their own countries, man, because they're like, man, we ain't making no money here no more. Like, all these trade distributions are being shut down to the COVID. All right, then you got U.S. putting sanctions, all right, on different nations. And then Salakia. No, stop. Then you got, all right, them trying to run up in other nations, all right, take what they have. All right, so a lot of these nations are getting tired, all right, of Babylon the Great, man, America. All right, and that's going to cause all these other nations, all right, this going to cause eventually America, all right, if Trump's still in power, man, which I believe, all right, they're going to cause these other nations, even their allies, to send nuclear fire missiles, man. All right, matter of fact, let me see. And they shall hate. Let's see if it'll pop up. Let's see. All right, this is Revelation 17 and 16. And 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, Slakia, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right. So these other nations, man, are eventually, all right, these allies, that's in the UN, all right, and even, all right, the enemy nations to Babylon the Great are gonna team up and send nuclear missiles, all right, upon Babylon the Great. All right, because they're gonna hate the whore, man. Most of these nations are now, all right, hating the whore, because you see how they're reacting to Babylon the Great, man. All right, since these Edomites are losing their power and their grip that they had, all right, over these other nations. All right, Salakia, Salakia, give me 1 second. Salakia, Franklin, stop. Salakia, my dog tripping. All right, but all these other nations, man, is gonna rise up, all right, and hate these other nations. Well, it's gonna hate. These other nations are gonna hate America for its wickedness, man. So that's why these other nations, all right, that's why it says in the article, these other nations, how you doing? These other nations should prepare, all right, for America to lose that power that it had over the nations, man. All right, so I'm gonna read a little bit of this article, even though I pulled the precepts early, Salakia. All right, so it says, the U.S. may voluntarily relinquish its status as a world power, and Europeans must brace themselves for such a contingency, including by boosting their militaries. The German Chancellor has warned European nations need to carry more of the burden than during the Cold War. In terms of defense spending, Merkel said, because they cannot assume that the U.S. will be there to protect them. We grew up in the certain knowledge that the United States wanted to be a world power, and that's true, man. All right, it was prophesied that Babylon the Great, all right, will be that hammer of the old earth. All right, and if you go to Revelation 6:4, all right, and that red horse had power to take peace from the earth. All right, because he was given that sword. All right, I did a lesson on that earlier. All right, but reading on. All right, should the U.S. now wish to withdraw from that role of its own free will, we would have to reflect on that very deeply, she said in an interview published in 6 European newspapers. The German leader stopped short of advocating a joint EU military force, the idea favored by French President Emmanuel Macron. She said she saw the value of NATO capabilities, including the shared nuclear umbrella, in a world of the rising Asian powers, China and India. All right, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. All right, but in so much, all right, they said, all right, these nations, all right, are pretty much looking at it like, all right, Babylon the Great is almost through. All right, and we should be preparing. All right, and ultimately, man, the next nation that's going to be next is Israel, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, so these, all right, people think China, all right, and Russia is going to be the next superpower, but they're wrong, man. After Babylon go down, that's shit, man. All right, there's nothing left for these other nations but slavery. All right, but with that, Yahweh Tazah, you were edified. And again, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well, and sincere salutations to all the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity to wake up the elect. Shalom.